Good morning, Cobras, and welcome back to this edition of your Cobra TV news.
Today we'll be giving you information about school updates and more. Today is Thursday, a B-Day. Make sure to go to your proper classes.
My name is Angela Gonzalez.
And my name is Karen Gonzalez.
Cobra TV starts now. For today's club meetings, we have Campus Live in the auditorium and a Cobra Readers meeting in the Media Center during both lunches, along with a GLOW meeting in room 212 and a Spanish National Honor Society meeting in room 226, both at 2:30.
For our Cobra Sports, we have a baseball game versus Lam at 3 on the South Miami field. In our local sports news, the Miami Heat will end the regular season this Sunday at 1 p.m. with the home game against the Washington Wizards. In the NHL, our Florida Panthers have clinched the playoff spot and began their hunt to defend the Stanley Cup title.
Now for our gaming segment with Gabriel Otaño.
Good morning, Cobras, and welcome back to this week's gaming news segment. My name is Gabriel Otaño, and today we'll be delivering news, speculation, and conversation from the world of consoles and computers. On this week's segment, we are here to remind you that we told you so. Last year, we constantly talked about the Nintendo Switch 2, even though it wasn't announced and had no release date. Well, the day has come. Last week's Nintendo Direct gave us some major news about the new console, and today we'll cover some of the biggest updates, new games, and the hefty price tags that come along with them. The Switch 2's specs are a major upgrade from its predecessor, featuring 4K graphics at 60 FPS when docked, and also supports up to 120 FPS. The screen runs on 1080p, and it is 10.7 inches wide and 4.5 inches tall. It is also the same thickness as the original Switch, being 0.55 inches thick. The new Joy-Cons also feature a chat button for online video calls and bigger SR and SL buttons, making single controller play much more comfortable. A system like Download Play from the Nintendo 3DS will also launch for free, allowing multiple users to play a game they don't own if they have a friend that owns it. As you can see, in practically all aspects, the Switch 2 is a huge upgrade from the Switch, having significantly more potential relative to the game's releases and quality. Speaking of which, let's talk about some new releases and returning games for the Switch 2. For the new Switch 2 exclusives and releases coming out, there's a Donkey Kong game called Donkey Kong Bonanza Drag X Drive, a new Zelda game called Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Raiders, and a very long-awaited FromSoft game called The Dusk Bloods. There's also backwards compatibility with the beloved GameCube games such as Pokemon Colosseum and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. One very long-awaited release is the new Mario Kart World, which features brand new characters, a new open world system, and wall riding, rail grinding, and a new knockout mode. All this for the low price of $80. But if you want a physical key, not a cartridge, it's $90. Yikes. A quick announcement before we wrap up this segment. We would like to send our regards to the short-lived FPS shooter X-Defiant, which is shutting down June 3rd of this year. It's sort of nostalgic for us since we covered it on our own gaming news and played it on release. But the game didn't retain many of its players and was plagued by Ubisoft's horrendous management. This adds another title to the list of dead Ubisoft games that actually had potential. That'll be all for today, viewers. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great Cobra Day.
That was really interesting. I'm so glad that now you can play with friends on the game.
I can't wait to look forward to playing with my friends.
Me too.
In world news, at least 113 people are known to have died on the roof of a nightclub in the Dominican Republic collapsed on Tuesday. The cause of the collapse remains unclear.
For today's weather, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 68.
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of your Cobra TV news.
Also, don't forget to follow our school's Instagram at SMSH_Cobras for school updates and more. My name is Angela Gonzalez.
And my name is Karen Gonzalez.
Have a great Cobra Day.